We have this director Ravi Kumar. His film Bhopal, A Prayer for Rain is finally seeing the release almost after 5 years. We are in New York and he's having a screening of the movie. First of all, pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama.
Pleasure.
Why was it that your movie got so delayed? Were there political compulsions and because of which it got delayed?
No, not necessarily political compulsion. It was just we're not delayed that much. We finished the film only last year. It took 5 years to complete, but we finished only last year.
Right.
And the history of film business, it takes time to set up the distribution channels and festival circuit and these kind of things.
Apparently, there have been some protests against the movie as well. That the way that India has not been shown in a proper light in the movie, and even the journalist Kumar Keswani, the way he has been depicted, people apparently they're not happy with it. So how will you deal with it?
No, I mean their protests were before they watched the film. There was misapprehensions about the script and the film itself, because film was in gestation for a very long time, and people made up their mind for right or wrong reasons. The film is pro this or pro against this. But once the film has been seen by Bhopal Medical Appeal, Amnesty International, and the Bhopalis themselves, I'll give you an example. I was in Tokyo Film Festival talking to 500 foreigners audience. They were all clapping and appreciating the film. There was one Indian face beaming at me. I looked at her, she looked at me, and after watching the film she came out. She says she was in tears. She says, I was 13 in Bhopal that night, and she said the way last couple of reels of the film is just exactly what happened. For me, that's what the biggest compliment a director can get from the victim themselves. And the victim support group have seen the film as well. So that the question is not relevant anymore.
Okay, but in India, you don't need an excuse for protest, or people can just because it's a very political situation as well. The way the entire context was that the way Warren Anderson got a safe passage from India because of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. So somehow people don't need an excuse for protest. So do you have apprehensions about that?
No, not at all. I mean, the whole idea of making a film is to create debate of people. I mean, this is such a difficult subject, almost impossible subject to please everyone across the platform. There will be people who will be against one or two things or whatever it is. We knew from the beginning, and it's a challenge. It's the biggest challenge as a filmmaker to make a film about such a subject which is still live. So we knew this could happen. And I think as long as a healthy debate about the subject, and that can create something positive for the future of Bhopal, which is all in a good thing.
Right. Finally, last question. I think the film is nice and the intention is very positive as well. Now, but do you feel that it's been 30 years and the way the victims have been treated, it's like inhuman. $300 per corpse, and no one has been booked yet. There's been no conviction. People are still running scot-free. Do you feel that something will be done for the victims, their families, people who are affected apart from that, and maybe some sort of judicial process will take place and reach its logical conclusion? Yeah,
exactly. Exactly. I mean, basically, the film was made because of exactly the same reason, for do something about Bhopal victims.
You're from Bhopal?
I'm from MP, not from Bhopal. So we made the exact film for the exact reasons, to create justice, to have justice for the victims, which has been, as you know, has been $300 a corpse, which is a joke. So we are trying to create more awareness of the subject on the Bhopal issue.
Right. So you've involved United Nations into it. So can we see that some action from United Nations may come in and something is done?
Yeah, we hope so. They're bringing this film to United Nations, and in the US is the exact reason to raise more people involved. The Bhopal victims say they are very close to me. I'm very close to them. They think there are two tragedies in Bhopal. One was the exact tragedy, and one is actually ongoing happening. The first tragedy, we can't do anything about it, but second tragedy, we can do something about it.
To just lessen the
pain and suffering, and also ask Karbai to apologize and bring it on the table to the justice, which has not been done by anyone. By film, hopefully, somebody will say, okay, fine, let's do something about it. And the UN is the biggest platform in the US, where the company is US, and surprisingly, ironically, the Americans are very taken this film to their heart.
Right.
They are anti-capitalist, they are anti-corporate greed. So the film message works across the world.
Reaction from Warren Anderson's family. He's too old now, but reaction from Warren Anderson's family.
We tried to contact Warren Anderson and his family before the shoot, before we were writing the script, but there was no answer. As you know, officially there's no answer from anyone, from Carbide, or they have a website, a shell website, where they blame a disgruntled employee who has caused the disaster.
Right.
So that was their official response, and we haven't spoken to them since the film was made. Hopefully he will see the film.
Are you anticipating any legal suit from the family?
From the Warren family?
Yeah.
Hopefully, yes. Hopefully that will bring more, it will highlight the injustice, because once they go to the court, they will have to answer other questions as well.
Absolutely.
So I think if he sues us or the film or anyone else, that will be only beneficial for all of us. That will bring in this whole issue more into limelight, but I doubt they will do it.
Right. Thank you very much, Ravi, for being on Bollywood Hungama, and commendable stuff that you've done in making this film, and finally it's releasing, and I hope that more and more people watch it and just try and understand the intentions behind it's very engaging as well in terms of a thriller format, and I'm sure that it will provide entertainment value to people who will watch it as well. So thank you very much, and all the best wishes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi, this is Faridoon Shahryar. For the most interesting celebrity interviews, do subscribe to Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.